Less in our paychecks. That's what you can expect as one of the results from the fiscal cliff agreement. Today we tell you what else you can expect and how everyone is impacted.
Seems like every day there's a new gadget designed to help make our lives a little bit easier. Well, we continue today, the Geek Moment, by showing you the hottest technology straight from the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas.
Plus, many of us organize things around the house this time of year, but most of us forget to clean up our computers. What you need to do now to keep your hard drive in top shape for the new year.
And speaking of the new year, perhaps you made the resolution about possibly quitting smoking. What kind of commitment is that going to take? Well, today we're going to discuss some tools that you can use to be successful when it comes to kicking the habit.
A part of maritime history here on Delmarva, slowly coming back to life piece by piece. Coming up, we take another look at the restoration of the Skipjack Rosie Parks at the Chesapeake Bay Maritime Museum in St. Michael's.
And we're in the kitchen making a sweet and spicy chicken dish. Delmarva Life starts right now. Good afternoon, I'm Lisa Brown.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Live from Historic Studio D.
And another mild day on Delmarva.
And they're getting better and better all the way into the weekend. I mean, maybe a chance of rain here and there, but it's getting warm. It feels like March, April.
Yeah, you know that when we get these warm days, then the bottom drops out eventually.
Well, I almost hope that it does. You remember last year we had a warm winter and all the bugs in the spring.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway.
Let me ask you about that. Have you ever heard of a term called king tides? Have you ever heard that?
I've heard of King Tut.
King Tut, no. Different thing. King Tide. I'd never heard of king tides before. It's something that happens when the moon and the sun align and they're bigger than normal high tides. Maryland Department of Natural Resources is looking for you, if you're a photographer, this is your kind of thing, take the camera out. They're looking for pictures of the king tides. It's going to be happening all this next week, and the reason they want them is so they can help prepare for the next possible superstorm.
Oh.
If one hits, they can have a better idea of where the flooding.
You know, you just gave an alert to all surfers out there.
Yes, we're going out. King tides. I think it starts the 9th, runs through the 14th, I think. As a matter of fact, they're looking for your pictures. What you can do, you'll find a link on delmarvalife.com and submit your pictures there. And they'd like to take a look at that.
All right.
See what they come up with.
Well, we want to start our hot topics with a serious, kind of a serious subject. There's a concert this weekend in Laurel that is geared toward teens, and it's called Bullycide. It's the Bullycide concert. The Bunker Ministries is putting on the event. They bill it as biblical answers to expose the truth about bullying and teen suicide. Unfortunately, the two go together. So if you're interested, your teen's interested in going, it's this Saturday, January 12th from 6 to 9 at Lighthouse Church. They're on K Road in Laurel. It's $4 donation unless you're 12 and under and you're with a parent or a guardian. They're going to have some acts there. John Shepherd, a group called Bride Dressed in Black, Jam, which is Jesus Me, Samantha Gilbert, Marquise Jamerson. So a good time. Heard
a lot of good things about most of those groups too. I've heard of them. I haven't heard them, but I've heard of them.
Right.
And heard some really good things. So that should be a great show. You know, as time goes by, it's just one of those things you have to face. More and more of our veterans are passing away.
Yeah.
There's actually a project that's going on now looking for World War II veterans. If you are one, if you know someone who is one, they can take part in the TAD project, which stands for Thinking and Doing. These students are working on historical documentaries, and they're inviting local World War II veterans to join small groups of 3rd to 5th grade students to discuss military experience. They're going to be meeting at North Salisbury Elementary the week of February the 14th. It's going to go through the 21st. Now, if you want to find out more about that, you can log on to delmarvalife.com or just give us a call, 443-880-9116.
Yeah, it's a great way to make sure that the history is not forgotten.
Yes, a very valuable way, yeah.
Well, we talked about STEM programs before, speaking of great programs in education. It's getting kids interested in science, technology, engineering, and math, hence STEM. Right. Well, the Green Engineers, it's a group of Somerset County or Somerset Intermediate students. They're here. They are building, get this is so cool, an underwater robot. I mean, building a robot's cool enough, but they're building an underwater robot. They'll put them into competition against other students later this year as part of a grant-funded project.
Oh, neat.
You know, all these high school students and middle school students building all of these robots. It's a great thing, but I don't know. They're going to
past my knowledge.
I
that's
know,
for sure.
right? Maybe they're going to take over the world or something.
With their plastic underwater robots. Could happen. If you're not already familiar with the name John Gondeck, maybe you should be. He's from Caroline County. He's published his second book called The Rise and Fall. There he is. The Rise and Fall of a Great Nation. It's about the rise and fall of great nations throughout history, comparing the path currently being traveled by the U.S. You can get it online and at the What's New shop on Market Street in Denton and the News Center in Easton. Really cool book, and he's from Caroline County.
Yeah,
so.
A lot of, you know, one thing we were talking yesterday about all the cool things about Delmarva. We're finding out a lot of good authors.
Yeah, I almost hate to admit, I never realized how many authors there are here.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Incredible.
Last year you did the, you MC'd the,
yes.
the Dancing for the Dogs.
Dancing for the Dogs.
Well, it's time to get tickets for the second annual Dancing for the Dogs. They're on sale today. There front and center are Amy Haynes, owner of Out of the Fire Restaurant, and her partner, dance instructor Diego Guzman, overall winners of last year's event.
It was a good time, too.
Oh, I see Jimmy. There you are.
Back in the back.
That's it. You're the tall one, aren't you?
Got the little bow tie thing on. Going on.
The competition, again, will be at the Tidewater Inn in Easton on Saturday, March 9th to benefit the Talbot and Caroline Humane Society, as well as Tomcat Solutions. The winner will be determined by judges' scores and public votes through donations made in celebrities' names. Now, celebrity dancers were announced today on the Dancing for the Dog website. You can get that link on delmarvalife.com.
Yeah, so you can actually go online and actually vote for them online with your donation.
No, that's awesome.
So, works out well. 147th session of the Delaware General Assembly came into session this afternoon. They're working on the budget and other things. Something else that they need to talk about, though, you see the Lewis Historical Society, the Holt House here. The reason we're showing you this is because something they're going to have to talk about in Washington while the Delaware General Assembly is up and running, is whether or not they're going to put national parks in Delaware.
Right.
Apparently the first state's the last state to get one. So they're looking at the locations, 7 locations around the state in the 3 different counties. They'll be all over, anywhere from Lewis to, I think they had 3 or 4 of them they were thinking about in Wilmington. Why does Wilmington need 3 or 4? I don't know. But they're looking at them all over the state. When that's going to happen, don't know yet, but they're trying to push this forward to see if we can get some national parks around here.
Yeah,
which would be
it's
good.
a beautiful state.
It is. It's gorgeous, and they're going to do the rideable, bikeable, walkable, bikeable Delaware project that's coming up too. That's also a great thing there. Now, one thing that they're not going to be talking about in Washington is whether or not they're going to overturn Georgia's law banning firearms in churches.
Oh, really?
The Supreme Court refused to hear an appeal from GeorgiaCarry.org, arguing that the law, look at this, the law burdens religiously motivated conduct by regulating how or what a worshiper can do with a weapon while he's worshiping.
Oh my. Oh my.
The options here, I guess, are endless.
I'm speechless. I don't know what to say to that.
We probably ought to leave that one alone and just...
Yeah, you just soak that one in for a little bit.
What it is.
Meanwhile, former U.S. Rep. Gabrielle Giffords and her husband launched a petition action committee, or political action committee, aimed at curbing gun violence. Today is the 2nd anniversary of the Tucson shooting that killed 6 people and left Giffords critically injured. And there they are. The couple last week visited Newtown, Connecticut, where a gunman opened fire in an elementary school, killing 20 children and 6 adults in December. 2 years.
Since, yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Kelly was talking about, he was talking to one of the dads in Connecticut who pulled out a picture of his daughter. He said he was just overwhelmed, just overcome. Tough time, tough time. It is official now. Yeah. President Barack Obama is president again.
That's right.
The Electoral College
is over.
Did the whole thing. All that's happening. Now, here's what's going on now. Those low-cost tickets, I think, were $60 to get a ticket to the inaugural ball. All gone.
Already?
Gone.
They're gone.
Sold out. Here's the deal. They were mistakenly put on sale a day early. Ticketmaster said they weren't supposed to go on sale until Monday morning. Unfortunately, somebody made a mistake and put them on sale Sunday night. All gone. There's none left.
Somebody's in trouble.
Oh, yeah. I don't know whether or not there's actually a few left, because some are saying that Ticketmaster may put a couple more on, but if they do, who knows how much they're going to cost.
Wow.
So there's the deal. If you were looking forward to going to the inaugural ball, probably not going to happen.
Oh, man.
Do you ever watch Mystery Science Theater 3000?
I used to. I used
Yeah.
to. You know, it's one of those things when you're flipping through the channels and it's on, you have to stop.
Right, and you find that thing. What they do is they run these horrible old B movies, and this guy and his puppets make up dialogue for what the characters could be saying. It's absolutely hilarious. Well, these two guys, Joe Pickett and Nick Pruer, are coming to Wilmington. This is kind of far north, but we want to tell you about it if you were a Mystery Science Theater 3000 fan. They dig up old unwanted VHS tapes and do the same thing.
Really?
And they've come up with some great stuff. Everything from a training video for people that are cleaning up McDonald's to bunion surgery. I mean, it's crazy. Now, the show's going to be Thursday, 7:30, Theater N. That's, of course, in Wilmington. Tickets are only $11, but it's going to be a whole lot. What they do is they set up the clips, and then they add their own little commentary to
I bet you that's going to be interesting.
what's going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the latest televisions are on display at the International Consumer Electronics Show. That's happening in Las Vegas. Get a load of this. The Ultra HD TVs have 4 times more pixels than HD TVs, meaning a sharper picture and a way bigger price tag. Of course, the Sony 84-inch will set you back, you got this, 25 grand.
Oh.
You got it, don't you? Only one problem. There are no Ultra HD cable or over-the-air broadcasts, and the current Blu-ray standard doesn't include the Ultra HD format. So go out and run out and get your $25,000 TV that you can't
get
watch.
as many as you want, and it'll look great in black, I guess. I don't know. The Consumer Electronics Show is underway in Las Vegas. Now, we gave you a preview yesterday of some of the hottest gadgets and gadgets at the show.
Today, digital expert Andrew Felix shows us a few other toys that can help make your life easier, from gadgets that can keep you comfortable to those that can keep you healthy.
Thanks, Lisa and Jimmy. That's right here in Las Vegas at CES, the Consumer Electronics Show that's featuring some of the hot new items out there, from TVs to robotic cleaners to everything. And I've got some of the smaller stuff, but we'll get some big stuff for you guys. First up from Zugu, this is the Case Genius Pro. What this is a protective iPad case, corner protection, has speaker enhancement, but what's unique about it is actually has 25 different angles for you to actually put it at, to type on it, to watch movies or anything. And like I said, it also has a hand strap on it, and it can also strap to the headrest of your car. Now, next up from Zenzorium, this is the Tink. What this is a wellness and stress monitor for your iDevice. It will track and measure your heart rate, your respiratory rate, and your blood oxygen level. When you download their app, you connect this to it, and we'll keep track of everything right there for you. Next up from Phaeton, this is the Moderna MS200s. What they are multi-tune acoustic and dual chamber earbuds. So what does that mean? You can actually hear the crisp highs and lows of all the music you're listening to. It actually has a tangle-free cable in it. So if you've got it plugged in your phone or anything and you're listening to music, if your phone rings, you don't have to take the earbuds out. You just hit your call button and you can talk right with the mic built onto the cord. So you want to check those guys out. That's from Phaeton. Now, next up from Rapoo. This is neat. This is an 8030 wireless stereo headset. What you do is you plug the dongle into your computer, and via a 2.4 gigahertz signal, you can actually do everything wirelessly. Listen to music, talk on Skype. It's got a mic and everything built into it. It also has 8 hours, so you can charge 8 hours of listening to music. So you want to check those guys out. That's from Rapoo. Now, finally, this one's pretty neat. This is from Satechi. This is the BT Smart Trigger. It's connected to a DSLR, and then you download their app. Once you download the app, they sync up. They've got 3 different modes for you to control their shutter when taking photos. So when you've got that camera set up to take family photos, you actually control it. You make sure everybody's in place, then you hit the button and everything. If you want to take pictures of yourself or anything, you don't have to worry about it. You just use your camera. If you go out, you don't have to worry about asking people to take photos for you. So you guys want to check that out from Satechi. And like I said, that's the BT Smart Trigger. So hope you guys got some great ideas. Back to you.
Now, if you'd like some more from the Consumer Electronics Show, including blogs and videos, you can go to DelmarvaLife.com. Well, still to come on Delmarva Life, we have all heard of the fiscal cliff. Now we have to get ready to feel the effects. Financial experts here to tell us just how much of an impact it's going to be.
And once your finances are in order, why not get your computer in order? How to clean up your computer and declutter your hard drive. Delmarva Life, life at its best here on Delmarva.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and Mitsubishi dealers. And State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.